Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers lose to Philadelphia, 118-104 in Philly, the Wells Fargo Center. No Paul George, no Joel Embiid, no McCain, no Drummond. You know, this reminded me of the Dallas game. We went to Dallas and didn't have Kyrie, didn't have Luka, didn't have Gafford, and we got blown out. Similar, man. Anthony Davis got hurt in this game. He went down with some type of ab strain of some sort. Ruled out in the second half. And the type of game that we saw from everybody else just did not even come close to what Philadelphia was doing. I blame myself for not painting the picture that this team could be more competitive. I accused them of not having enough athleticism, not being big enough. And they ran all their most athletic players. Edwards had a big game. Albusele played well. Ricky Council had like a career night. All the people that they need to be playing more often are the people they were forced to play because they were missing so many people. And as a result, they got the production that they probably would have had if they would have been running those people all season long. Nick Nurse has been one of the worst coaches all year. And sometimes when you have horrible coaching, you just need injuries to shave off the garbage so that you can use the stuff that has the upside on your team. And that is exactly what Philadelphia found today. It's upside on their team. Ricky Council, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 6 from behind the arc, 16 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, and 7 boards. Justin Edwards, I called him Kessler Edwards. That's somebody entirely different in my pregame video. Had 3 steals, 7 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Yabusele, 14 points, 4 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds on 6 of 9 shooting. Tyrese Maxey's definitely getting the game ball. You don't have to have any question about that. He absolutely killed the Lakers. I predicted he would get 40. He walked away with 43. 2 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds on 15 of 26 shooting from the field, 4 of 11 from behind the arc, and 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Eric Gordon hit 3 threes, 3 of 6, 4 of 8 from the field, 50% from both. 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 14 points, 2 assists. My energy is down because that game was awful, man. That game was terrible, bro. And I know we're missing a lot of people. We're missing Gabe Vincent. We're missing Anthony Davis. Missing Vando. A lot of what makes our defense go are those 3 players. And when you don't have them out there, boys, your team struggling defensively. Dorian Finney-Smith got in foul trouble, so we didn't have him for as much as we would have liked to. Plus, he had a bad shooting night, 1 for 6 from behind the arc, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 5 fouls, and 3 turnovers. Not a good game for Dorian. Dalton Knecht had a really good game on the offensive side for sure. We loved that he got his numbers. Got a whole Kobe, 24 points, 5 rebounds. 8 of 13 from the field, 5 of 8 from the 3, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line for 23 minutes of play. So we love his offensive production. His defense was ridiculously bad. Dalton Knecht's defense was about as bad as mine. Honestly, I think I could have got out there and got cooked like him. Truthfully, it was ridiculously bad. And that's why I'm not sitting here screaming, oh, Dalton Knecht. Nah. It's 2 sides of the ball, bro. He was really good on the offensive end, and he was equally terrible on the defensive end. And the defense stood out for me more than the made shots. He was trash. Absolute trash. So that's what I'm going to say there. Max Christie, 3 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 of 6 from the 3-point line, 1 of 6 from the field. Him and Dorian Finney-Smith both shot 1 of 6. All 3-point shots, all bricks. I didn't need none of that. I blame coaching for some of the offensive issues we had out there, and Darvin Ham last year for not playing Max Christie, so he'd be more consistent right now. If he would have played Max Christie would be better tonight. That's what I believe. Ronnie James, 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc, 3 turnovers, 3 rebounds, 1 assist in 15 minutes of play. He's not ready. He looks great in the G League, terrible for us. He's not ready. He shouldn't be asked to even be out there right now. Shake Milton played 6 minutes, nothing. 0 of 1 from the field, nothing at all. 6 minutes. Koloko had 4 points, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 boards. I thought Koloko played a pretty good game, man. 1-1 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Jackson Hayes had the same numbers, 1-1 from the free throw line. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1-1 for 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks for Jackson Hayes in 19 minutes of play. So we kind of got the same thing out of both of our centers. Did the best we could, but we didn't run them sometimes when I thought we should have. We went small, and the thing about going small against a team that also is very small is that the other team is used to being forced to play small more often. Yabusele's been playing against real centers all season long. So it's like him trying to play small because they're playing small. What you find out is their players are better at playing small than yours are because they're forced to do it more often. So that's exactly, absolutely what happened right there. Cam Reddish had some good minutes, man. In garbage time, 18 minutes of play, 1-1 from the field, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 5 points, 1 steal, 1 rebound. I thought he looked pretty good. But and LeBron James, if I didn't mention it already, 31 points, 8 turnovers, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. 9 assists, 8 rebounds. Yeah, 10 of 16 from the free field goal, 1 of 4 from behind the arc, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Rui Hachimura, 13 points. Welcome back, Rui. 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. 9 attempts is what I asked for. I'd rather him get more when Anthony ain't out there and a bunch of other guys ain't out there. He probably needs about 15, 20 attempts, especially when he's shooting 6 of 9 from the field. Maybe look for him a little more often, but we had real defensive struggles, and he wasn't helping there. Austin wasn't helping there, and Dalton wasn't helping there. 8 turnovers from the King. I don't know, man. The turnovers are really what hurt us. And if I'm being honest with you, I thought our offense stunk just as bad as our defense did at times, and it was because we were trying things that were meant for Anthony Davis. Overhead passes into the lane when guys are fronting you. To Rui, and I thought, when you're doing that for Anthony has the length, he's going to be getting those. But you can't run those plays when he's not on the floor. I thought we were really stupid tonight. Really stupid tonight. As a team, and LeBron James is the one throwing those passes most of the time. Really stupid stuff, man. 14 steals for the 76ers, 22 turnovers for the LA Lakers. That'll tell you what type of night we had. We had 5 steals. They had 9 turnovers. That'll let you know what type of night this was. 27 points conceded off of those 22 turnovers, by the way. This was awful, man. This was a really bad basketball game for us. Fun for Sixer fans because they got a chance to see stuff that their coach has been hiding. So I've been listening to Sixers commentary all season long, so I know what the conversation is tonight for them. And for them, I feel good because they, all of the talking heads for the Sixers should feel rather, what's the word? I want to say dignified, but justified, I guess is the word. Because they've been saying that Nick Nurse needs to play these guys on the back of their bench because they give you athleticism and speed and all the different things that you need on a basketball floor. And he's been playing all their old guys, and they've sucked because of it. Well, now you got a chance to see Ricky Council run, Justin Edwards, Yabusele, Bona, all got certified minutes and made my Lakers look like they were standing still. So for them, I'm happy. Kelly Oubre looked really good out there. Maxey had 43, and they just ran past a Laker team that couldn't keep up with them. And they would run past a lot of Eastern Conference teams that wouldn't keep up with them either if Nick Nurse would just play these people. So for them, I feel good. For us, we took a lot of steps backwards. Now, granted, we're going to always be able to say, hey, we didn't have guys, our defensive players weren't on the floor, so as a result, we couldn't play defense. And that is actually the case, but that wasn't the only thing that went wrong. Because our offense was, I was going to say a bad word, but manure. It was manure. And our defense, manure. Tonight LeBron passed Mo Cheeks for steals. Fitting, because that's exactly what our team played like. Cheeks. Shout out to him. We were awful, man. I'm telling you, both sides of the floor, horrible. 104 points, trash. We had 25 assists, still couldn't score enough. It was bad, man. 39 rebounds, 4 offensive boards as a team, giving up 12 offensive rebounds to the Philly Sixers, 43 rebounds for them. Come on, man. What we talking about, bro? At the end of the day, Los Angeles Lakers just didn't have everybody. They should have set Anthony Davis to start this game. He suits up for the game and gets hurt. Lord knows we probably won't have him probably for the rest of the road trip, knowing how this goes. Maybe he'll try to play through it, but with an ab strain, he probably shouldn't. We shouldn't see him for at least a week. Hopefully it ain't nothing more serious than that, but he shouldn't even been asked to play this game, bro. And as I said, some of the plays we were running out there were meant for him, and that we couldn't adjust our offense to make any damn sense for the players that we had on the floor. It's a problem, JJ. That's a real problem for me. You gotta when I know we're still learning our team. He's a rookie coach. He's still learning certain things. You got a lot of your offense centered around guys. But when those guys aren't on the floor and you don't have any answers but to run the same stuff for those same players that would otherwise be on the floor, there's a real coaching deficiency. And while I look at JJ as a rookie coach, what I don't quite understand is why his assistant coaches don't have contingency plans for the roster around the players that ultimately we rely upon. These are different human beings. You can't run the same stuff you run for AD. I thought we were really basic out there. We had no answers. And there were things we could have done that could have catered to the strengths of the players we were using. And we did not do those things. We turned the ball over a lot because of it. And I think that catered directly to why we lost. Because we kept doing stuff that was meant for AD to get the ball. And it was costing us turnovers. And when you have a night where you don't have your defensive players on the floor, you got holes all over your defense just naturally because of your personnel. You can't afford to be stupid offensively. And we were. We were very stupid as a team. And that ultimately is why Maxey had 43 points tonight and gets the game ball, because he was able to capitalize on all of it, or every bit of it, man. Kelly Oubre with his 20 points and 8 boards. Like 5 assists. He's really on a fantastic stretch for himself as well. Rookie Council had a spectacular night. That refers to dunk he had at the end of the game was special. Yabusele's playing great ball, man. Big pickup for the Sixers, getting him. He played great in the Olympics and has been just a really, really, really fantastic player for them all week. Specifically this week, but all year, really. But he's turned into a fantasy relevant player. I might want to pick him up on a league or two, the way that he's balling right now. So Eric Gordon's getting in shape. Now they're getting something out of him. So, the Sixers look good, man. Reggie Jackson, 12 minutes of play, 0-4 from behind the arc. 0-2 from behind the arc, 0-4. Kyle Lowry, 16 minutes of play, 0-2. 2 steals, 4 rebounds. These are the people their coach needs to be sitting. Like, these people shouldn't have no minutes. All the minutes he's been giving Kyle Lowry and Reggie Jackson all year long should have been going to Essler, Edwards, Bona, and Council. All year. So it's just, of course, naturally against us, we have to face these people. And they get to show what they can do against us on national television, man. It's just how it goes, man. It's just how it goes. This is why I think you got to give a little blame as well to the Lakers' decision-making overall. I just think whoever makes the decisions on who sits and who starts has to be given some blame here, because we didn't manage this back-to-back very well. We played some people yesterday. We sat some people today. Maybe we could have shook that up a little better to give us a bit more balance defensively. Maybe we should have sat Vando yesterday, since we didn't have Vincent for either of the games. And on this back-to-back, maybe we should have made it so that Vando played today. But, I blame myself just as bad, because I would have probably been right there agreeing with him, because after you do homework on both of the teams we played, Charlotte just seemed like the better team and the more likely to win this game than Charlotte's game if you took your foot off the gas with Charlotte. We didn't play good in either one of these games. I think Anthony Davis had an amazing game last night. You saw what came of it. You remove Anthony Davis's production last night, and you get basically what you saw tonight. You remove Anthony Davis from this game, and this is what ends up happening. So it's like, I was telling y'all we sucked yesterday too. We did. We sucked as a team yesterday. We had Anthony playing amazing, and that's really what it was. Everybody else was pretty much trash for the most part. And tonight, you saw what it looked like when you don't have that 43 points, 23 boards. You know, Bron out there, just 8 turnovers, most of them overhead passes and to small players who were being fronted in the paint. I mean, I'm just like, yo, bro, y'all don't know how to run a screen or two, run a back screen. Like, is this what you would do on, in a pickup game? Because sometimes when you don't have your personnel, you can't just run plays that are meant for the guys who's supposed to be there. You just run like you would a pickup game. Spread out the floor, run picks, back screens, cuts, like regular stuff. I don't think we had any improvisation tonight. We just kind of just went with what we would have did if Anthony was out there. And it barely works when Anthony's out there. A lot of times we turn the ball over when we do that type of stuff. Even when he's out there. So to do it when Rui's in the paint, it was Dorian, we trying to do these like high arcing passes into the interior, and they just fronted us and just got them each time. The effort of the Philadelphia 76ers guys was tremendous. They played with a lot of heart, a lot of energy, a lot of want. And we did not match that, man. We did not match that. And worst of our defensive personnel was on the floor a good majority of the time. That's really what it was. All of our bad defensive players are on the floor, and they weren't playing well on the offensive end either. And this is why it's one of those situations where when you ask if the Lakers are a contender, the answer is absolutely not, because you're relying upon certain players to stay healthy in order for you to even be able to function. And when those players aren't on the floor, for which they could get injured because it's the NBA, now all of a sudden you go from being a pretty good team to a horrible one. That's what's wrong with our team. You got a bunch of players on this team that shouldn't even be here, but you also got Anthony Davis being able to carry you. And Austin and Christie defensively, and then the defensive talent that you have in certain areas just carries you with the addition of Anthony and LeBron playing big. But if you remove Anthony, your team is bad. So does that mean your team is bad? Yes, because you're going to have to live without Anthony at times. So it's like, that's what it really comes down to. It's either all or nothing. Either you're really playing great or you're really playing awful. And it's because you're so top heavy. And, we've talked about a lot of things that led to why this is the case. Letting players go without collecting value for them. You're letting people walk and stuff like that. Letting young players go and picking the wrong people. Retaining people on, just weird contractual ways that ultimately has you keeping bad talent on your roster. Now all of a sudden you're playing these people. You're relying upon them to make up the difference when people get hurt, and it's bad. It's bad. Bronny James, Shake Milton, Koloko, Hayes, Reddish. You don't want to really have to play these people, like not in real life. Luckily, Connect gave you the 8 of 13 that he gave you, 5-8 from behind the arc, or you would have lost by a lot more. You would have scored a lot less. You only managed to score 104 points. And you ran everybody you had available. You know what I'm saying? But most of these people can't do much. Jackson Hayes attempt 1 shot. Koloko attempt 1 shot. Cam Reddish attempt 1 shot. Dorian Finney-Smith missed all but 1 shot. Bronny missed all his shots. Christie 1 for 6. Like, you're not good, Lakers. You're not good. That's the problem. You're really relying upon the stars to carry you, and everybody fits in based on what the stars are capable of doing. The moment one of them stars go down or they don't play well, you're getting beat by a 76er team with nobody on the floor at all. And you simply just got ran past by more athletic and more talented players. That is the reality of it. And it's a Philadelphia team that I said is not constructed properly. But when they lean into what they're supposed to and they go up against your trash, they're better. And it showed. So that's the story there, man. That is the story. We got outclassed, and I'm ashamed. I'm going to apologize to everybody who follows me. My pregame video, I don't think it painted a good enough picture. My Charlotte video, we talked about how I did homework on Philly. I didn't really think I saw much there. Wasn't too excited about Philly. I didn't do a good job. And that's who I start with, the accountability first. I don't think I did a good job of what I do when it came to preparing us for the Philadelphia 76ers. I didn't. And the Lakers, I think we took that same mentality approach in how we set certain people and how we approach this game and our offensive game plan. And the 76ers ran us out of here, man. You cannot take anybody for granted in this league. Even if they don't have their stars out there, they got hopefuls out there who are ready to run past you. And now we have another bit of data that shows us that. Ricky Council. You know what I mean? Got that guy looking like T-Mac out there tonight, man. So that's what I'll do. I take accountability for my lack of preparation for those who follow me. And that's all I can do. BDL 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.